Hello there, my name is Selector, and today I'll be making a Whirlwind Barbarian video guide. This is patch 1.0.7, actually very close to 1.0.8, but I'm making it now. Whirlwind Barbarians are extremely powerful. They actually do better with more amounts of mobs, so makes farming very, very simple. Gear-wise, you can do pretty well with about 20 to 30 mil. However, the more you spend, obviously, the more you get out, as with most builds. But even with cheap barbarian builds with Whirlwind, you can do MP6, MP7 pretty easy. Today I'm going to be showing you pretty much what I use for mp10. Now my gear isn't the best, but I'm not willing to spend like 1 bill per every piece. Stuff I could upgrade is obviously my helmet here, need quit on that. And I would like a lifesteal scorn, but those are upwards of like 700 mil each. Alright, so we're going to jump right in. I'm going to start off by showing you my stats, passives, and whatnot, and then I will show you what I use for armor. Starting off, we go to our skills. I use Rend with Bloodlust for my auto attack. This is in case I'm fighting an elite pack. Rend does absolutely massive damage. By the way, for this video, I'm going to be using a two-handed scorn, not two one-handed weapons. I know some people prefer that, but for the majority of you out there, two one-handed weapons are massively expensive, and scorns are relatively cheap. Like, you can get a fairly decent one for, like, under 5-10 mil. Pretty good ones, actually. I've bought a few very good ones before I got my current one. Right, anyway, so Rend 700% of weapon damage. That is absolutely massive, because a scorn has from 1000 to like 1600 damage or 1700. Multiply that by 700, you're dealing with monstrous numbers. And then 9% of that, plus whatever you have on your belt and your passives for lifesteal, that is an immense amount of lifesteal. It's very difficult to actually die when this thing's on, so that's always a bonus. My secondary or right click is my overpower, and I use Killing Spree on it because 10% crit chance. Well, this Whirlwind Barbarians, they're like critical mass wizards. All that crit chance, it works wonders for them. So crit chance is really nice to have. Wrath of the Berserker, very good when you have your overpower going up and you're just trucking through mobs. You can keep this up at all times. 10% more crit chance, more attack speed, more movement speed, basically everything you need as a Whirlwind Barbarian, which is why this is good. And I use the rune Thrive on Chaos, so Wrath of the Berserker doesn't actually go down that often. Does a few times, but by then it's already back up because cooldown's only 2 minutes. My W, I use Sprint. This I also use the rune Run Like the Wind to leave tornadoes in my wake. This is so that they can also crit, and I gain more fury and more Wrath of the Berserker and more damage and more lifesteal and all of it. It's good. Whirlwind. This is your primary damage dealer. You can use, well, I mean, I personally use Hurricane to increase my movement speed. A lot of people like Wind Shear so that they just gain fury. I know for people that have like lower levels and they can't exactly like handle the strongest mobs, so they need to get because they don't have the crit chance, so they just need the fury from this. That's completely fine. I did that until I upgraded some of my gear. Blood Funnel's also good, but I don't really use that. Other runes, not really worth it. And then Battle Rage. This is a passive buff that is up for 2 minutes. As you can see, it increases damage by 15% and critical hit damage by 3% for 120 seconds. That's really good. And Into the Fray, critical hit chance has a chance to generate 15 additional fury. This is what puts your build together. If you do not have Battle Rage, you are doing something very wrong, because you will notice when you start, your fury just goes up, and then you waste it to go down, and then just goes up and down, and that's very good. One more note about Wrath of the Berserker. You can not sit at max fury and gain the cooldown for Wrath of the Berserker. You have to constantly keep spending Wrath to gain fury, and to keep this like at maximum charge so that it doesn't go on cooldown. Passives, Weapon Master. Obviously, I use a axe, so that gives me 10% crit chance. Absolutely great. I love it. Ruthless, 5% crit chance, 50% crit damage. More damage, more crit chance. Very nice. Unforgiving. Ruthless and Weapon Master are pretty much like you need them, but the third one is always up in the air. I use Unforgiving because it's such a pain in the ass when you just don't have the fury to start your run, and I just like this more than any other. I've seen some people use Animosity where fury regeneration is increased by 20%, so when you auto attack, you gain more fury so you can start faster, and then you just keep fury up. And I've seen some people use Bloodlust for 3% lifesteal, which on the tornadoes, as you'll see, it's really good. I used to use this until I used Unforgiving, and I would use this unless you have lifesteal on your weapon, but in my case, I noticed that I don't even need the lifesteal because I have 1500 life on hit on my weapon, and that just stacks well with the Whirlwind build. Also, some people use Tough as Nails, really good. Yeah, well, honestly, it's up to you. You have to tailor your build to your gear because I don't know what you have, you do, and that's for you. Moving on to my build, speaking of, what you're going to want to get high in is obviously all res. You always need the all res. It's really good. You're also going to need the crit chance, 51. If I activate this, it goes up to 54. If I activate my killing spree, it goes up to 64. That is absolutely massive, really good. Critical hit damage, mine's sitting around 580. It used to be around 600, but I just got a new ring, really nice ring. Also, you just heard that little click thing. That's overpower when it comes off cooldown. That's pretty nice. As you can see, my life on hit is around 2,000. That's pretty good. Lifesteal 2.9. That is from my belt. If you're not going to use the lifesteal passive, definitely get a lifesteal belt. You need lifesteal somewhere in your build. Without it, you are going to die because Fallen Maniacs, they hit you for like 90% of your health. Unless you have lifesteal, you're just not going to get it back. Obviously my DPS 238k. That's not too much. I've seen people go 400k, but honestly, I have a modest amount of DPS, and it gets me through mp10 without dying too often. So you know, it's pretty good. Boots. I would use either these or the Immortal King boots. Simply because they have a lot of strength, they have the life, they have the all res. Not too many boots have this much all res. But I should mention that in your build you are getting all res, vitality, and strength, and also your gloves, bracers, rings. Obviously you need crit chance, crit damage, and some attack speed. I'll explain crit chance, crit damage, and attack speed later on, why they're good, why you might not need them, but well, you do. Alright, my weapon is a two-handed scorn. This is obviously the bulk of my DPS. As you can tell, I have 189 critical damage and 100% in my socket. Brings it up to 289 from my weapon alone. I have strength on it, I have damage percent, and I have life on hit. Optimally, I would swap out the life on hit for lifesteal, but those are really expensive unless you go down like 1200 DPS, but I would not use a 1200 DPS scorn because I'd rather just use this and, well, just balancing out. It's worth it for me personally to use this. Scorns are really cheap. 5 mil auction house, you can get a 1300 one. Obviously, it won't have 1500 life on him, might not have 189 crit damage, but it will be good and it can carry you through MP7, 8, 9 maybe. Alright, rings. Rings are tricky. They are really up in the air as to what you get. I really like the Aunt Jemima's Pox because it has all resistance. Not many rings have 62 all res, and then also it has 124 strength, 89 intelligence, which really adds 8.9 all resistance, then vitality, and then 5% crit chance. That's pretty good. Rings don't get above 6, I think. Yeah, 6 or 5.5 is max. And then on these rings, 33 or 34 is the maximum percent number. Pretty good. Now this ring cost me quite a bit actually. My other ring, this is the ring I recently upgraded. The ring I used to have is this one. This is the one I used to have. Well, Obviously, it gives me more life and more damage, but you can see it has no all res, and all res is really important. You really don't want to have less than 700. In this case, I would definitely go with the one I currently have on. Even with the socket, it just doesn't have enough. Plus, this one has attack speed. I'm going to go through what attack speed does for you in just a few minutes, so hang in there. But attack speed is pretty important. Consider it when buying gear. Obviously, you can tell that this one didn't have attack speed, so you don't 100% need it, but I will go through, so hang in there, and I'll get to that. Alright, pants. This is a really... You have two choices here as far as I see. Well, three, one of them being a rare with really good rolls, but I don't like that because they're so difficult to upgrade because they have to be perfect, and I'm always about the upgrades. Alright, so what I use is the Blackthorn's Jousting Mail. I have high strength roll, high vitality roll, and high all res roll. Pretty good. Actually, wait. I forgot that I bought an upgrade recently. There we go. There we go. That's okay. So higher strength, higher vitality, almost perfect all res. All res actually on any piece of your gear can only go up to 80. This is 79, really good. 11% life, 20% magical items. This is pretty really good actually. But some people prefer these pants. As you can see, my DPS goes up to 10k. But I lose 79 all res. I lose that vitality. I lose damn near 70 strength. And the two sockets, I could replace them for strength, but then I'd just be losing so much health. And I really want to keep this number above 50k, which is why I'm using the gear I am. So honestly, if you have enough lifesteal, and if I had a lifesteal scoring, I'd be using these pants, but I don't, so I choose not to. You can also get these with the vitality, like not in the socket, it'd be like a third stat, but those are like 1.4 bill, so I'm not looking for that. Alright, belt. Belt's important. Immortal King Tribal Binding, pretty much you want this. You want high strength, high vitality, high all res. If you're going for a belt above 80 vitality, be prepared to spend a few hundred mil, because below that, they're pretty cheap. They're like 30-40 mil. Above 80 vitality, they're like a few hundred mil. You're going to want as close to 3% lifesteal as you want, because this is your only lifesteal item, unless you have a lifesteal scorn. And this belt, you need the lifesteal. Alright, bracers. You can have magic bracers, the magic roll, or you can have Lacunae Prowlers, or you can have something like whatever I have on my Demon Hunter, forget. But Lacunae Prowlers are optimal because they give you that attack speed and the movement speed. Movement speed is also important, but unfortunately it's capped at 25, and these pants giving me 12% move speed would only actually increase it by 4, so another reason why I opt for the Blackthorn. I'm already close to 25. But these are good. I have the strength all res roll. Couldn't find one with vitality for anything under 1 billion, so didn't go for that. This is pretty good. Critical hit chance 4.5%. That's modest. Not the best. It's okay. Immortal King's Eternal Reign. That's your chest. You can go for a different type of set chest, or you can go for a magic chest. By the way, when I say magic, I mean something like my gloves. This is a magic item. So, real rare. You know, that's kind of what I meant by magic. But I really like the Immortal Kings because I found a good strength roll, good vitality roll, excellent all res, and then armor. Armor, I managed to get a really good roll, 384. That's really good. My armor right now blocks me for 70% of all incoming damage. Like, the armor is, if you can get it, go for it. It's pretty good. Gloves. I'm still looking for an upgrade for these. Anything under 1 bill I just can't find, or just doesn't exist. People don't sell them on the auction house. But strength, all res, and then plus 4.5 intelligence goes to all res. And then attack speed, crit chance 8%. I actually like this. 8% crit chance, then 30% crit damage. That's pretty good. Amulet. This is a custom amulet I made myself. 8.5% crit chance, 99% crit damage, and 229 strength. I honestly have trouble finding an upgrade for this unless my strength goes sub 100, which means I lose 129 strength, and then I'm bound to lose some crit damage, but I can gain attack speed. It's a trade-off, but I'm just not looking to spend like 800 mil right now. I have to earn it back. Recently got my monk a ton of items, so Mempo of Twilight. God damn, these things are so expensive if you want crit chance on them. I'm still waiting to upgrade this. It's been like 3 months. I just haven't. This is a pretty good roll. 222 strength, 66 vitality, 78 res. Then 12% plus 17. That's 29% life steal. Sorry, that's 29% life. Right now, my total life bonus is 52%. That's really good. Shoulders, you're gonna probably want to get either rare shoulders or vile wards. There's no dispute, vile wards. They have between 70 and 80 all res, always good. They have high rolls of armor, really good. High roll of strength, vitality. You can get life percent on these too. I didn't, but you know, that's just me. So yeah, this is basically my gear. No surprises here. That's about it. Alright, so now we're going to start in on how I farm. Right now I'm level 28 Paragon. What you do to start is you don't even take the portal. Since I go right through the Depths Keep level 1, 2, and then 3, I just go in here and go all the way through. As you can tell, my Fury's already at 100, so that's always good. I don't have to worry about getting started. Then just roll in here. One thing I must mention, if you have, whoa, legendary already. Okay. If you have your Wrath of the Berserker up, always keep spamming your W, R, and right click in my case. But you just want to be spamming abilities so that your Fury goes down, and then see how my Wrath of the Berserker is like regenerating back to like full cooldown. That's what you want. You don't really want it to go off. So basically, when you're running through here, I generally skip elite packs. They take too long to kill, and I just find these trash mobs because, as you can tell, one just dropped a legendary for me. Elite packs are good in that you can just kind of spin right through them, and they get your Wrath of the Berserker up to full. You also want to be spamming your Overpower. I used to not use Overpower because I used to like Bloodlust better. Rend with Bloodlust on it. But now, honestly, I'm a fan of this. And yep, this is why I didn't kill elites, because my Wrath of Berserker was about to go down, and now it's not. You obviously don't use elites as quote-unquote pit stops, but I don't kill them because they usually drop trash for me, and then they take too long, and I don't want to deal with that. A lot of them are really stupid too. Like I just don't like elites that much. Arcane Enchanted. That's kind of bother me because when I spin through them, as you can tell, my health is pretty low. Ooh, more elites. Yeah, you spin. Be a Garen. League of Legends reference over here. Yeah, I play League. Fun game. Makes me rage. As you can tell, my Wrath of Berserker is already off my cooldown on my Q. So, it's always a bonus. If it ever does happen to run out because there's just not enough mobs, then that's good. The only thing I really didn't go through is why I use a one-hand as opposed to two one-handers. Two one-handers, they are good. They can obviously provide you with more attack speed. Oh, attack speed. Crap, I forgot to mention. Attack speed. What attack speed does on Whirlwind Barbs is it makes your tornadoes and possibly your actual Whirlwind proc more times. Proc meaning it ticks more times for the duration of the tornado being there. Now, it goes up drastically. So, like, if you have less than 1 attack per second in your inventory thing, whatever that measures on your stats, then it's not going to proc too many times, and there's going to be less chance for it to crit, which results in less crit, less fury regeneration, less damage, obviously, so it's just not that good. If you get even a little bit of attack speed, you will notice that your tornadoes proc more. It goes up, like, as I said, a drastic amount. I don't know exact numbers, but believe me, it does. If you can get attack speed, just do it. But yeah, again, one-handers versus one two-hander. I like this because most of the time, if I do need to fight an elite for a quest or monster or boss or something, then I can simply regen my life, because the way Whirlwind Barbarian Barbs work is the more monsters there are, the better you do. As you can tell, I'm not dying because I can just hit every monster at once, procs on my crit, makes me do more damage, I can lifesteal more. There's just every benefit to having more monsters around you. But if you do need to fight 1 versus 1, then you're gonna need some form of lifesteal, because there just aren't enough people to crit off around you. Oh crap, my Wrath of Berserker went off. So what I do is I usually rend once, spin for like 5-6 seconds, rend one more time, rinse and repeat. God damn it. This is why you want Wrath of Berserker and why elites are bastards. This exact reason. Yeah. So getting a little quiet here. As you can tell, my whirlwinds proc a fair amount of times. Oh, this is slow. Need to find a large group of mobs. There we go, there we go. Alright, now we're back in business. So, experience. I'm not using a Hellfire Ring right now. This is mainly because I have like 3 of them. None of them rolled good for me. Oh, sweet. Mighty Belt. None of them rolled well for me because I rolled 1 dexterity, 2 strength. My 2 strength ones are absolute crap. They have like no crit damage, no crit chance, no attack speed. Nothing that benefits a spin barb, except for obviously the experience gain. But it's not worth losing 15,000 DPS and like 5,000 life just for experience, because I'm already an mp10 and that gives me a solid 500% experience bonus, more actually. Which is also why I'm not using a ruby in my helm. That 30% is just obsolete compared to the 500 that mp10 already gives me. If you kept a close eye on my experience bar, you can see that it's just slow and steady, but it's going up pretty well. By the time I finished floor 1, 2, and 3 of this place, it'll have gone up like at least 20%. Then I don't only do floors 1, 2, and 3 here. I also go on to the Rakus Crossing and the Bridge of Corsac, which so many mobs, tons of stuff to do, really fun, things to kill, people to see, places to go, me to see. So yeah, make sure to always keep using your Fury, because you just want to keep your Wrath of Berserker up for as long as possible. You will get to a point where there just aren't enough mobs for you to do it, and that's okay, because it happens to me more than I'd like to admit, and it just sucks when it goes on cooldown. It's just the worst feeling, especially if you can't bring it back up. Alright, right now I think I have to go up to find level 3. Yep. Ooh. Hello. Things to talk about. I don't know, pretty much explained most of what there is. If I remember something, I'll talk about it, but just bear with me. Just chill, watch me farm. Not really farm. I'm farming experience more than anything else. Right now I just want to get my Paragon level up. 28 is such a dismal number. Oh no. Oh no, not the walls. It's pretty much the only CC that affects a barbarian. Waller. Alright, yep. There we go. Oh, what? God, I got trapped in a wall. It's OP, man. Blizzard has to get on that hotfix. Alright, so level 3. Level 3. Oh, come on. Right now. Couldn't find the monsters fast enough, I guess. By the way, your Wrath of the Berserker can bring your move speed above 25%. It's just the 25 that you are limited to in regards to armor and... Oh crap, not these hammer guys. No, it is not hammer time. 25 is what you're limited to as armor bonuses. You just can't go above 25. If you have like, obviously my Run Like the Wind makes me run faster than that, so it's not like flat limited to, but again, it's just your armor. And then the shrine, it's pretty much every time I see a shrine, I just kind of hope that it's a fleeting shrine. I don't care much for empowered. The only other one I do like is the one that gives me experience bonus. But fleeting shrine just makes me farm faster, so in reality that's more experience than 25% experience bonus. Plus, if I really wanted that 25%, I'd just put a socket in my helmet. Alright, so Bridge of Corsic. Fun place to be. I don't usually farm this entire area. But, yep, there we go. Reds I got in here. You just look for these little packs of Blood Clan warriors and spearmen. They eventually become enraged, but you know, whatever. They only gain more health and damage. No biggie. I don't usually kill everything in every mob. I just kind of run through here to gain a bit of experience on my way to the bridge. Once you get to the bridge, or the Wreckers Crossing, or whatever it is, so weirdly named, that's when you start to farm as hard as you did in the Death's Keep. Nice place to be. Nice. Illusionists, actually. Illusionists are one of the best attributes to an elite mob that you can ever hope for as a barbarian. S always spin, S never die. I play a lot of League, not something I'm particularly happy or proud of. That game makes me rage so hard, oh my god. I have bad teams every time, and it's never my fault, says every League player in the world. Never my fault, my team just sucks. Ask any League player, that's how it is. Patch 1.0.8. I actually cannot wait for that to come out, because the two legendaries I got, guaranteed they're gonna be shit. If you saw the beginning of my video, which you probably did, can't imagine how you didn't, you will see that I already had two legendaries in my inventory. It was a staff and a Witch Doctor helmet. They were absolute trash when I rolled them, but in patch 1.0.8 they're gonna fix it so that the items that you get as legendaries, they're gonna be a little better, so it's not a guaranteed brimstone. So honestly, when I got those two items, I'm like, oh yay, 2 more brimstones. Not like they're worth 14k in the auction house. Yeah, I'm gonna put my armory in the description of this YouTube video so that you can check out my gear and just see where it's going, but I will also put in an imager link to my current gear in case I do change it and you want to see exactly what I use for the video. I will create an image just for you folks who would like to see me now. Aw, sweet, a fleeting shrine. Look at this speed. Sir, are there any drugs on this ship? No. Blue Mountain State. Great show. It actually got cancelled. Oh, and an Enlightened Shrine. Oh, Blizzard. Oh, baby. As you can tell, if you just keep spamming your W and R in my case, or however you like to hotkey your keyboard, your Wrath of Berserker doesn't generally go off cooldown. Alright. Now that you are at the edge of the abyss, you just simply run into a red core. And just start doing this one. And these giant spider packs are really what you're looking for. They are the cream of the crop, and why the red core is a really nice place to farm. Oh, another enlightened shrine, sweet. Yep, there's another one. Oh no, so cold. Yeah, sorry if this game is lagging a little. My computer is not used to me running at about 88 miles an hour, breaking the time barrier. Oh, my flux capacitor installed here. Kinda do wish that I had a socket in my helmet though, but that life is just way too good. Honestly, if you have less than 50,000 life, yeah, things like Fallen Maniacs are gonna one-shot you with whatever those guys that explode on death, they leave fire trail or whatever. You know what it is. I don't. Clearly, I don't play this game enough. And in here, you just find these types of groups. You can rend once, do some massive damage. Stuff around you just starts to magically die. Yep, that's my rend just healing me almost from nothing. Also, a really cool trick about tornadoes is if you don't kill everything in your way, it naturally starts to chase you, and if you just pop your W and R once, your Fury will go up and your Wrath of the Berserker will stay up, because stuff goes in your tornadoes, gets critted, and that crit will proc with your whatever Battle Rage is. You know, just a little trick, see? Oh yeah. There guys, I will not be denied. Yep. Wrath of the Berserker just going back up. Again, I don't have the best gear in the world. There are people who can do this in a fraction of my time. Like, the video I actually watched to start my build is a really old video, but it's a guy who used to kill elites on mp10. It was like patch 1.0.6 or something in about 30 seconds. Like any elite, it was Act 2 too, dead in 30 seconds. In a lot of cases less than that. It was the most outrageous thing I've ever seen. But his gear was so good. It back then must have cost him a fortune, because honestly gear is worth a lot less now. Like I can only wonder how he managed that. As you can tell, that 3% lifesteal coming in for a clutch save there. If I could just get a Scorn with lifesteal on it, I'd just be the happiest camper, but they're so expensive. Oh, so expensive. Goddamn, the succubus. They apply a debuff that makes you take like 30% more damage. It's just annoying. Gonna have to just run on by until my fury goes up. And if I didn't have my passive, this would be a million times more annoying. It's like one of the main reasons I even switched to it. Well, I actually want nothing to do with these guys and their stupid debuffs. 50% more damage. Oh. That's real knocked up. Yep. These guys. Man, this is embarrassing. You know, happens. All part of the game. I'm not invincible. I'm over to the erect crater level 2. There we go. If you find that first mob, you're good to go as a barbarian. Oh yeah, look at those crits. I actually have the regular damage numbers off. Really helps me see my damage better because I just don't want the white numbers out there. There we go. Don't even have to go up there. A little Destiny laugh. Those of you who know Destiny. Used to be Rude Destiny. Good StarCraft. He's not somebody who you watch for like game information, unless he's playing Draven, but he's somebody who you watch for entertainment. He's a hilarious guy. He rages harder than almost any other streamer I know. He doesn't like get angry mad, he gets logical mad. Like he explains everything and it makes sense and it's hilarious. Now, this is another reason I don't like elites, because they just slow down my farm time and they're just not worth the experience. They're great for like getting my fury back and keeping Rapid Berserker up. If they die so slowly, I can just keep quitting them. But everything else kind of melts in like maybe 20 seconds for me. This is the Tower of the Cur- okay, good. I usually stop when I get to the Heart of the Damned. No. Oh god, where's all the mobs? That's just not fair. Honestly, even though I have 200k DPS, stuff still dies for me quickly, so the DPS that's written up there in my inventory, it's really not the truth, because with the spin barbs, your tornadoes do DPS, your spin does DPS to multiple monsters. Like, there's no way that you have 200,000 damage per second, and then still kill all of this in a matter of like 20 seconds. Okay, yeah, that's 4 million damage, but yeah, that's 4 million times like maybe 20 of these guys. So honestly, don't be too concerned if you're like, oh, I only have 180k DPS. That's good. That's good. I didn't always have that. I only recently got a really good mempo drop. It was a dexterity one. Sold that for like 700 mil. I'm like, it was just happy days. All right, yeah, I've pretty much gotten to where I need to be. There's only one place until Asmodan, and then I already killed Asmodan my other run. I didn't reset the quest. There's no point now. At this point, I just restart it and go back through the Bastion's Keep. But you just saw. Oh, let me roll these for you guys. You just saw my entire experience run. You saw my gear. You saw my ability. You saw these pretty shitty gloves, and you're about to see what is to be another brimstone. Another brimstone. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this guide. Here are my stats one more time. I mean, I still have this buff up, but this is what you are looking for. Check the description for more information, and these are the 2 items I got last time. Pretty bad. This could go on a wizard for the magic find and whatnot, but this is pretty much trash. Alright, thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
Nephilim fool, when the soul stone is embedded in my flesh, the 7 shall be as one within me. I will be the sum of